Okay, here we are. This is the testing 1, 2, 3. I decided I need to test this new tech. Here I am. I'm streaming through Streamyard. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all the way through to Big Life Magic on YouTube. I am hoping that this is true. Let me check. Is this true? Is this true? Are we streaming? Now, the reason I'm checking the tech is because I know as a magic maker, I'm excellent. I know what I'm talking about. As a tech goddess, maybe not so much. So I'm helping myself out here by doing a testing 1, 2, 3 for tomorrow. I have an absolutely special treat for you all. It's actually the trick or the treat, the choice. It's going to be story time, and it's going to be the launching of the Big Life Magic 3rd birthday month. That's right, in the month of November, Big Life Magic is turning 3, and there's a whole heap of magic and gifts and opportunity for you throughout the month. And testing today, are we coming through live? I really hope so. And I'm not going to leave you at just a test. No, that's not my go. Let's see here what the code. Yes, it's working. Holly is there. Holly is one of our magic makers in the Big Life Magic community. Thank you, Holly, for letting me know that it is working. We are streaming. Thank you, Streamyard. Testing 1, 2, 3 is actually an Oracle card reading. I have here the Oracle deck, the Enchanted Map, and we're going to tune in today. So today, for you, it may be Halloween. For you, it may be the pagan festival of the end of the summer, end of harvest, into the changing seasons. Or for you, like me, it may be post-eclipse energy. So I'm going to tune in here for a post-eclipse oracle reading for us all, for everybody who is tuning in here. And as shared, I have the Enchanted Map Oracle. I've been shuffling them for a little bit of time. And I just want to, while I'm shuffling, let's just tune in. So for the eclipse season, which is now complete, it completed on Saturday with our full moon lunar eclipse. But it started back at the new moon with a solar eclipse. And what the eclipse is going to do is it's going to bring to the light, it's going to bring to the surface something that is in your highest good to know about your path, your life, moving forward, or maybe something that's got to end, if you know. So for you, what came to the light? I'm telling you, eclipses sometimes can feel chaotic or confusing, or what comes to the light isn't necessarily what you want, but always in our highest good. And so what we're advised to do now in this waning period, this post-eclipse energy, is to move towards just acceptance. What did you see? What was brought to the light for you? Doesn't mean you have to activate it right now. Doesn't mean you have to change everything in your life right now. But the eclipse is showing what changes are going to be in your highest good, and you now have the next 6 months to play out that in your magical map. But what we are advised to do is to just tune in with, like, well, accepting what is. What was I shown? Maybe you were shown a brand new adventure, and now you're going to build the courage and the confidence and the strategy to get there. Or maybe you were shown that something in your life, it's run its course and it's time for it to end. And now you can figure out, how do we unpack this? And then where do I go next? Whatever it is, we're advised to tune into, what did I see? And then tune into, what do I need to do to accept that? And with the waning moon, is there anything I need to let go of? Is there anything in the way from the fullness of all of that? So let's just tune in now. Let's get the first card. Let's just grab a card now. As shared, I've been warming up these cards. So just tuning in. I'm just going to ask for an anchor card for this reading first. Asking now for all magic makers connecting to this reading. What is the anchor card? We are post-eclipse of the whole season. We have been shown in the light what is in our highest good to know as our anchor of acceptance. Oh, that one wanted to come for sure. Wizard of awareness. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was talking about, this Wizard of awareness. So let's now go into the energy of the Wizard of awareness. So the Wizard of awareness is essentially you are the magic. You can activate whatever it is that you want now that this has come to the light. You don't have to give your power away to the universe with just like, oh my God, it's all changing. I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens next. Absolutely, you want to create some space for the universe. But if you are the Wizard of awareness, that means you're tapping into your magic and you're saying, okay, thank you, universe, for making me aware of. Now, like moving into squashing things away, or I'll deal with that later, or denial feels good, let me just eat some chocolate and take a nap. Not going to be so good for you right now. So the Wizard of awareness is actually bringing forward this with full awareness. You can then step into, like, it's kind of like taking your power back in the magical playground. It's not like surrendering completely. It's surrendering to your part to play. Like, what do you need to really be aware of? What do you need to accept? And then what's the yes and? So the Wizard of awareness is saying, continue to seek the signs and the synchronicities, because this energy is still playing out. You are going to get more information along the way. So stay aware, magic makers. And what do you already know? Like, what is in your awareness already? What did that eclipse show you? What are you aware of? And what you're going to do about that? And in the what am I going to do about that, anchor into your magic first. Absolutely. Let's get the next card with, like, okay, so we're aware, we're accepting, we're completely in the magical playground, at play with the universe, making enough space for the universe to have a say, but also accepting when the ball gets passed to us, knowing that it doesn't have to happen immediately, that it's going to roll out over time. What else is in our highest good to know? This waning moon. Maybe it's more about taking our power back, the next move. I'm getting very strong, taking your power back. Where is it that you feel like maybe a defeat? Or, well, that didn't work. Or, that sucks. Those, like, how can we be with that and watch it transform with us instead of it being just the thing that sucked? Okay, so now let's get the next card. What else do we need to know? Because we're aware, we're in the playground. This is so funny. We got listening, but in protection. This is so interesting because we get this Wizard of awareness, which is like accept and be aware, stay connected to your magic. And then it's like, what else do we need to know? Listening in protection is saying, are you really listening? And I was thinking about this morning, actually, in terms of my own awareness and what's coming. And I was thinking about selective listening when it comes to the universe. I can make decisions around what I choose to listen to or not. Like when the universe is pointing me in a direction that feels sparkly and fun, I'm like, oh, I'm playing with you. I am complete. And then what can happen is the universe can give us a wink, a nudge, a sign in a particular direction. And you're like, I don't like that. I don't want to hear that. It's I'm getting this, take your power back. Don't surrender to it, like turn up. And what's possible if we say, okay, I'm going to listen to even the things that I don't want to hear, the things that hurt. And this is in particular around if you're wanting your life to move in a particular direction, you're getting all signs that is not the way to go. But you're like, but I want it to go that way. If we are actually in the listening, we go, okay, so that's not the way. I'm going to release, and with this waning moon, try to figure out how to create some space because I'm listening. That's not the way. Or in a particular relationship, you're thinking, right, we're going to move to the next step. And then you get this big block. You don't necessarily want to hear that. We want to stay close to the people that we love. But sometimes what we need to do is to move on in the magical playground. So interesting that we get this wizard of awareness saying, look how magical you actually are. Look at all the signs and everything connecting. But then I'm like, what else do we need to know? And we get listening, but in the protection, are we listening? So interesting. I was thinking about that this morning with this selective listening. Are you selectively listening? Let's get a third and final card. So we've asked, what do we need? What's the anchor? What do we need to know? Let's ask now, what's some energy that we have not yet tapped into that is available to us that could help us with this listening or this awareness or what's next? So let's now ask the Oracle, show us what we can't see. What's in our blind spot, or what's an opportunity that we have not yet tapped into, or something that's very clearly that. I don't know what we're going to get. We're going to see what we're going to get. But this is the Enchanted Map Oracle, and we're being asked to be aware and listen and anchor into our magic. And what else is in our blind spot? What else do we need to know? This is the card selected for us. Education. Beautiful. Education. Great. So when we get the education card, what we're advised to do is don't make any rash moves just yet. Do a little bit of study. Do a little bit of checking in. If I was to make this change, move in that direction. If I was to really listen and bring my awareness fully into my magic, I'm going to say yes to everything that this eclipse has shown me. What else do I need to know? Maybe for you, if it's a business move, it's like maybe I need to check in. What are my business coach options? Or what are my marketing options? If it's a relationship, it might be, okay, well, how can we maybe move towards educating ourselves around how we can fix what's not working, or educate myself around how do I get out of this so that it's has as much ease as possible for everyone involved. But education is the thing that's in the blind spot, because this what can also happen in the magical playground is we can close in because we believe we need to know all the answers. I don't think it works like that. I think we do have internal wisdom. We do have our intuition that is going to point us in a particular direction. And then there's people in the world who just simply know more about something than you do. So what do you feel you need some more information on for these moves? Eclipse energy is going to shake it all up and put you on this path, and then it's going to play out for the next 6 months. So maybe a move for you is like, I'm going to do a course. I want to pivot my business, or I want to get out of the work I'm doing and start my own business. What do I need to learn? Or if it's something for you personally around your healing or your sense of self, look out maybe for a new mentor or teacher, or a new way of seeing yourself. Like, do I want to study human design, or do I want to look into how can I connect to archangels, which is what I'm doing right now. And we're just going to shuffle the archangel deck just to get with all of this energy of, sometimes it can be hard to accept what we've been shown, and we can choose not to listen or selectively listen. That's me. But if we open up, and then from this place of awareness, add education. What do I need to learn? What's going to support me to be able to make these moves, which I'm being directed to? I know some of my magic makers in the Big Life Magic community, which is the virtual community for Big Life Magic. You can join, by the way, if you want to. We were together because I taught an Oracle Magic masterclass last month, and we gathered together to do like a what's next, how are you going? They were doing readings for each other, and we were just kind of expanding their education. And one of the things I was saying in the class last night is, or yesterday, it's in the play and in the practice, like turning up. How can you turn up for yourself as the wizard of awareness? And what do you want to learn? Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be formal education, but it might be something like, here's something that's coming to me now in terms of like, take your power back. If for you it's been a shift in a relationship, then a great question to ask yourself is, what is my heart learning now? And then go into who studies the heart, who talks about self-love, who can I learn from, who can I follow on Instagram, who can I subscribe to on YouTube. It doesn't have to be, okay, for the next 6 months I'm turning up to XYZ course. There's so many different ways we can learn. There's so many people and situations and experiences we can learn from. So what do the archangels have to say now? This is the one that wants to come. Sensitivity. Yeah. Okay. Archangel Haniel. Sensitivity. Absolutely. I don't know about you, but that full moon eclipse was like, there was a lot of energy there. So being mindful now of the sensitivity that we are going to feel as this eclipse energy wanes. So when we are in sensitive energy, be mindful about who you're hanging out with. Be mindful like about what you're eating and drinking. Be mindful about whether you're connecting to nature or not. Do you need to take a nap? It's okay if you're feeling really like buzzy now, or your head is full of lots of ideas, or you're still trying to process what actually happened in that eclipse season. It's absolutely fine to let people know, I'll check you next week. How do you need to look after yourself now? Because sensitivity, like so much has come to the surface with this eclipse, and we're still trying to make sense of it, because humans do that. We want to understand what actually happened. What are these moves? What am I supposed to learn? And the Wizard of Awareness is also going to bring that sensitivity really to the surface. So take care. Let's get one more archangel. I'm feeling it. One more and then we're done. One more and then we're done. One more archangel. I've been working a lot with the archangels, actually. I did a little spell myself down by the sea on Saturday for the full moon eclipse. I'll tell you how that goes as I learn. It's still playing out, my friends, still playing out. So we'll talk about that later. One more, and then I'm going to tell you about tomorrow and November and what's coming up with Big Life Magic. One more archangel, this one, creative writing. Beautiful. Creative writing. You may be someone who journals, or you may be someone who you just got to write it out. What are all the things that happened during the eclipse season? Just write them all out. It's not necessarily journaling if you don't, move in that way. But if we can find a way to get it out, it's going to help us with this Wizard of Awareness. Because when we're in the creative writing, we're actually bringing out. It's also going to help to soften the edges of the sensitivity, because it's going to give the sensitivity a channel, a creative channel. So this week, in deeper reflection, waning moon is about kind of a deeper reflection. What do I need to forgive? What do I need to let go of? And you can find that through writing. So something I've been doing during the eclipse season is I've been writing what if at the top of a page. And what if I make that choice? What if I made that choice? What if I let that go? What if I decide that? What if I forgive this? And it's not like I have to in that moment. I'm just exploring what if. Another great journal prompt for a waning moon is, what do I need to release now? Or what has come full circle or feels like it's done? In what ways do I need to forgive myself? Or what do I know is ready to go? Gratitude is also great at a waning moon. So magic makers, yay, testing 1, 2, 3. I think it actually worked. that I'm streaming to YouTube. Such fun, because let me tell you, tomorrow we begin November, and tomorrow I'm going to be back at 12 noon Eastern because I have a special story to share. It's called Trick or Treat the Choice. And I'm going to not only be sharing that story, yes, it's Halloween inspired, but it covers like more than one Halloween in the story. I'm also going to be launching the birthday month for Big Life Magic. And you get a prize, you get a prize, you get a gift, you get a gift. It's all happening in the month of November. There's more than one thing happening, and it starts tomorrow at 12 noon. If for any reason you can't make it live, no problem. What you want to do is you just want to click the notification on the Deb's going live tomorrow, and it'll tell you, and then it'll show you that there's a replay. I'm going to be here talking all about tricks, treats, and birthday magic tomorrow at 12 Eastern, because it begins the birthday month for Big Life Magic. We're turning 3, and 3 is one of my favorite numbers. And there's a treat for you tomorrow. So please tune in or catch the replay. Thank you to the magic makers who have tuned in now. There's a whole community of magic makers. We're called the Big Life Magic Makers. It's a virtual community. You may want to check us out. Please do. You are welcome to join us anytime. And I look forward to seeing you again here, streaming through Streamyard all the way to YouTube. Such fun. See you tomorrow for Trick or Treat the Choice and the launch of Big Life Magic's birthday month. Big love, everybody. Happy days. And you know what? You, my friend, you are the magic.